Hello celestial beings, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you are new. My name is Celeste Simone, and here on my channel I offer spiritual guidance to empower my celestial beings and heart-centered energy healing to help you align with your higher self. So if that is something that you might be interested in, please consider hitting that subscribe button and joining our family of celestial beings. For today's pick a card reading, I am super excited to be collaborating with some amazing fellow tarot readers here on YouTube. And today's reading is going to be all about 2022 predictions for the year ahead. So I will be linking all of the channels participating in the collaboration today down in the description box below, so that you can gain a variety of insights from different tarot readers, other talented intuitives here on YouTube who will offer you even more insights for the year of 2022. And I am just so grateful to be part of this group right now. As you can tell, like, I'm just so excited to be starting this and also to be joining them for collaborations now on a monthly basis. So be sure to take some time out and check out the rest of the readers and channels that I've listed down below. And if you are joining me for today's reading from one of those other channels, I just want to say thank you so much for clicking on my link and for checking out my reading, and welcome to the channel. But if you are as excited as I am to find out what is in store for you in the year 2022, then go ahead and give this reading a big thumbs up and let's dive into these files. Pile number 1 is an amethyst crystal. Pile number 2 is a clear quartz crystal. Pile number 3 is smoky quartz. And pile number 4 is a rose quartz crystal. Now's your opportunity to take a close-up look at each one of these piles, pause the video if you need to, and find out which pile or piles you most resonate with. And I always give an option on my channel if you do want to try out a random number generator. I will link that in the description box below, so you can test out and see how well that works for you in case you're feeling a little off on your intuition, or maybe you just want to try another method. What I like to do is to recommend clicking on the link and then taking a moment, ask your guides, ask your angels to help you and to help guide you towards the right pile, and then make sure that you enter into that generator the number 1 for the minimum number, and then number 4 for the maximum number to represent each one of these 4 piles, and then double click on that generator. And of course, as always, if you have an intuitive method that is tried and true for you, you could just skip that and just go with whatever works best for you. Once you have found your pile or piles, you can head on down into the description box below where I've posted the timestamps for each one of these readings. And please keep in mind, these are general readings, so keep the messages that resonate with you and leave the rest. Those are most likely for somebody else who's also chosen that pile, but I do believe that everything happens for a reason. So if you have chosen a pile, or if you were drawn to that pile, there's most likely a message in that reading for you. So I do recommend watching the reading all the way through to the end to receive the messages that drew you to that pile. Okay, without further ado, let us dive into these readings. I will see you over at your reading. Hello, all my celestial beings who chose pile number 1. I have your pile right here with the amethyst crystal on it. So we're gonna set that aside so we can dive on into your reading. So let's start with the first oracle card. We have discernment. So the energy that I'm getting from discernment for the year 2022 to start out with is a theme of taking the time to really take account, or kind of like review everything that has happened up to this point, and to really take a careful look at your decisions moving forward as far as what choices are being offered to you. So what I almost feel as though, and I'm kind of seeing you being offered with a lot of different options, and the year 2022 is going to kind of present you with a lot of directions and opportunities that is going to give you, almost like kind of require you to test your own intuition and to use that intuition to guide you forward. So I do feel, and I'm also getting the sense with the figures in this card as well, where there's kind of like this hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil, is it's going to require your intuition, and I feel like your intuition is going to really strengthen this year to like a new level, a new degree, to help you to make these determinations and choices throughout the year of 2022. So I think what's interesting is there's kind of like this reflection and step back energy with the energy of discernment, where you analyze and reflect on things, but also take like a big picture approach to it. That's kind of what I'm seeing, is kind of like pausing, taking a big picture approach to this year, because I feel as though you're going to be able to make a lot of different adjustments and choices this year. And I think it's going to be a great opportunity for you to really start to hone in on what you're intuitively guided to do and what feels right for you. So let's keep going. We are going to get many more messages. So let's start with the tarot cards next. We have the Three of Coins in reverse, King of Coins, the Tower, and I will show all these cards to you in just a second. We also have the Four of Cups, and we have the Six of Coins. Okay, so this energy to me is really showing how kind of moving into the year 2022, and also even from last year, you know, 2021, moving now into this new year, you've already really turned over a lot of things in your life, okay? Like, I really feel as though, especially with the Tower and the Four of Cups energy, here we have somebody who has experienced a lot of turnover in certain aspects of your life, where maybe you have begun to make these changes or find that certain things are not working. And you may even find in the beginning of 2022 that this energy kind of persists, where you're letting go of certain things and you're moving away from them, or they're falling away on their own. And with the Three of Coins in reverse and the King of Coins right side up, we're getting to a place where you are taking certain actions, taking certain initiatives in a direction that actually is going to feel really good for you and builds on itself. With the Three of Coins, it may feel as though what you've been wanting to work towards has not been well supported by others, or you feel as though no one's really recognizing your true talents. And because the King of Coins is coming through, I feel as though this is your opportunity, and this is your time to, here we go, I just want to make sure this focuses for you. I feel as though this is your time and opportunity to take strides in a direction that actually builds on itself. So in other words, you might actually start to begin to see, and I almost feel as too, some of you kind of at the end of 2022 have already made some certain steps and actions. I feel as though what's guiding you in the right direction is going to be something that feels firm and that you receive actual gains from. And that's going to be where you're starting to kind of put your energy and move towards. And that's going to be the foundation building back up again. Because when I see the Tower energy, to me that represents losing, you know, having lost your foundation, something firm to stand upon. You know, a feeling of structure and order in your life starts to fall away. And 2022 is going to help you build that back up again, even stronger than ever, especially with the King of Coins on your side. We also have the Six of Coins telling me that the year 2022 is going to bring people in your path that are going to support you and are going to guide you, but not just guidance and support, also helping you along the way, like either with their time, with their money, with their energy, collabing with you, supporting you in a way that is tangible, like not just like, oh yeah, go do that, that's great. No, this is going to be people coming into play that are actually making an effort to help you out. When I see the Six of Coins, I really feel this energy of the universe kind of stepping in and bringing people in to your situation to help you and to assist you on this journey. I also feel that, you know, going back to discernment and the energy of this theme for 2022, there will be times where you are going to have to, or, you know, maybe even where your intuition is being tested, because you may still be presented with certain people who are part of this old Tower energy, okay? I feel that because the Tower energy is still in reverse, there's still a process of letting things go, but you're more aware now than ever. And as you continue to be discerning in who you give your energy to, where you put your focus, and you know what you put your focus on, and where your intentions are at, as you kind of do that more and more throughout the year 2022, you are honing in on your discernment and honing in on your intuition, and you are healing this Tower energy, which again, the Tower energy is really about things falling away that no longer serve you. And also, you know, it's disruption, and sometimes we need that disruption to create change in our lives. And always with the Tower energy, when it does, you know, stir things up in our lives and create change, is for our highest good. And it's because we're bringing in this new productivity with the King of Coins and Pentacles energy, or earth energy, and we're bringing in the people who are going to then assist us. I also feel too that one of the things that will help you this year is also to kind of focus on the giving and receiving energy. So make sure you are being discerning about who you are giving your energy to. But I do feel as though you will be wanting to give a lot this year and wanting to give your energy to others in a productive and rewarding way. I think that's going to be very rewarding this year. And because of that, because you're going to be kind of in your element and aligned with your purpose of giving in an area that is, you know, aligned with you, because of that, it is going to ultimately result in you receiving. So I feel as though your efforts are going to be more well received this year, and also you're going to receive, again, this could be, for example, like if you were building your own business, in that type of an example, it could be that you're making money off of the services that you are offering. If it is within a relationship, it would mean that the more you give in this particular relationship, the more you are receiving from that person, and it's a more balanced give and take type of energy. I don't want to miss out though on the Four of Cups energy here too, which came out in reverse. So I feel with the Four of Cups, this is kind of an energy, often when it is right side up, we see somebody who is kind of seeing the glass half empty. Because it is in reverse, this again is calling to me as discernment. So knowing that when things kind of maybe even look like it's a glass half empty, it's making that conscious decision and discerning choice to see the positive side of things. And because you will be bringing that into your life in 2022, and the more you can tune into that, which for many of you comes very naturally to just want to see the glass half full in this group, I feel, because you are turning this on its head, I feel like that's going to be your energy for the year of 2022, is to really see the glass half full, because of this kind of conscious decision to be discerning about what you're focusing on, again, which is to try to focus on the vision that you have and the ultimate ideal conclusion that you're building towards and working towards, and staying focused on that this year is going to result in positive conclusions and things coming to you. Because with the Four of Cups, there's always a word of caution with the Four of Cups when it appears, which is that if we are too focused on the glass half empty, we're going to miss the positive results, or we're going to miss the positive aspects of things that are trying to lead us, you know, towards our goals. But because again, this card is in reverse, so you guys are seeing the glass, maybe even seeing both aspects of this, seeing the glass half empty, but choosing to focus on the positive and choosing to continue to reach for your goals, to grow and build on them. You can even see with this card in this deck in particular that there is the tortoise with the tree on its back and its roots building on something solid, building on something powerful. Okay, let's keep going. We have next, look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. So this does kind of give me the vibes of discernment too. Hopefully this is gonna clear up for you guys, but giving me the vibes of discerning and, let me see if I can get it, there we go. Discernment. So what I kind of mentioned earlier, like looking at the bigger picture, taking a step back and being able to see all of your options. That's one thing that I hear too, is the multitude, kind of having different decisions to make and choose, and needing to take a step back, looking at the bigger picture, seeing how far you have come, and knowing that certain things maybe have already fallen away from the situation, but choosing to see the bigger picture of things and then make these decisions from a place of intuitive knowing versus from a place of even fear. You know, sometimes we get worked up in the fears of surrounding a situation, and then we kind of react versus making a decision. We're just having a reaction to something. So that is really a great way to approach 2022, is to kind of open yourself up to all of the options and giving yourself that time to feel like, I feel it like in your intuition, you know, feeling what direction is pulling you and using your intuition as a discerning factor. Okay. Also look at the big picture. I just see that kind of like zooming out of the weeds, you know, zooming out of all of the finite details and seeing the bigger picture comes from an inner knowing, like a claircognizance of what just feels right, and what is meant for you will feel right for you. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's keep going with some more tarot cards. We have 8 of Pentacles. You guys have a lot of coins or pentacles energy in this reading too for 2022. So that to me right away is telling me that this is going to be a productive year for you and a year of gains in a tangible way. So if you have been feeling like you cannot, you're having a hard time kind of making strides or having the energy to accomplish certain things, that is going to change in 2022. With the 8 of Pentacles, we're seeing that you are going to be able to actually, again, building upon something, building and creating a stronger structure in your life. So this could be, again, working on something that you're passionate about, building, maybe financially building up your savings and building a business for yourself, or building upon your career. Also, I feel as though this is also related to health as well. When we're looking at earth energy, this is your body and your well-being, your wellness, your physical wellness. Let's keep going. We have the Chariot in reverse, 9 of Wands. I'll show you the Chariots coming in reverse, so just so you can see. We'll talk about that more in a second. We have the 9 of Wands, and we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so this energy of the Queen of Swords is the inner knowing of your intuition. Hopefully this will focus. There we go. Is the energy of your intuition in full clarity and inner knowing. It says that you have all the answers you need within yourself, and she is helping to bring those to light. I also am seeing we have the 9 of Wands. So here is somebody who is reaping the rewards of their hard work. Also a time of reflection, a time of even kind of feeling exhausted. So I do see as though you might be even entering into 2022 with just this feeling of like exhaustion and almost like, what more can I do? Kind of feeling like I feel as though I've done everything, you know, where are the results? Where is the outcome that I'm waiting for? Or maybe you've seen the results already and you're just kind of wondering what's next because the energy's not there for it yet. Okay. But I do feel that 2022 is going to be bringing this in for you. And as I mentioned earlier too, discernment is also about knowing what to put your energy into and not wasting energy, but instead being discerning about who you're giving that to and what you're putting it into. So if before maybe, and this could be why certain things had to crumble with the Tower energy, but if before you were experiencing just exhaustion and burnout, or you felt like you didn't know where to really focus your energy, now you're entering into a place where that excess is kind of falling away and you're honing in on where to put all of your energy. And once you have that clear focus of what you could build upon, where if you're going to put all this energy and all this effort into something, it's going to be needed in one specific area. And that's what I feel is like you're gaining the insights to know exactly where you need to put that energy in order to manifest what you're looking for, in order to really walk your path in flow. Now the Chariot energy is showing that because it is in reverse with the Chariot energy, there's a pause. There is a pause before rushing into things. And that's why this is in reverse. So rather than with the Chariot's right side up telling us that, you know, usually this is kind of like just rushing in with it, and as soon as, you know, just as soon as the opportunity arrives, it's just going straight into it and kind of like going with that flow, getting sucked up into it. Instead, for you guys, I feel as though the Chariot energy is there. It's backing you. It's helping you to make a more intuitive decision and action. However, there's a level of discernment here first, okay? I think this is almost like waiting for the clarity, waiting for the results and the clarity before rushing into anything. And that's why the discernment is here, is because maybe that rushing energy, and sometimes that energy is really good for us. There's, you know, sometimes that's great to just go for it without overthinking it too much and just like rush into something, and that's great when the Chariot's right side up and it's backing you in that way. But in this case, it's saying that there is intuitive action ahead, and that there's also some, but almost as though you're in like a phase of steady building with the Eight of Pentacles, this phase of kind of working at something steadily and consistently versus feeling as though everything rushes in all at once. And that's where, for whatever reason, your energy right now for 2022 is guiding you towards this kind of like slow adaptation. I think that's also going to just be really good for you in particular with your energy, because maybe you're coming out of a cycle where everything was really intense and rushing, and you know, where you felt like you were go, 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 and now you're kind of like exhausted. You need that time to just be a little more consistent, not have a lot of changes or upheaval happening all at once. So you're kind of shifting into that energy. All right, we have a few more oracle cards. We have contemplation. I mean, this is so much like, you know, discernment really, isn't it? Thinking things over, taking some time, pausing. And that doesn't mean that throughout the entire year of 2022, you know, you're going to just be thinking and not taking any actions, because I do see a lot of work being done and productivity happening. But there's a lot of inward reflection happening as well. And this might also be something that you're working on this year. You know, this may be something that is just a recommendation and kind of bringing it to your attention so that you make sure that you are aligned and that you're making the right decisions. And maybe there's just a tendency moving into 2022, maybe you're just having that tendency to kind of rush into something, or you may even be compelled to do that. So the message here is to contemplate a little bit, think about it. And she's really, you know, even in this card, she's really looking at the bigger picture. She's looking up at the sky. She's looking up at the cosmos, seeing the bigger picture of things. Okay. And we also have, and I'll shuffle a few more decks over here as well before we finish, but let's just finish up with these specific ones. We have this oracle card, which is fluidity. And it is number 12, and it's outer core. So when I reflect on this card, it really gives me this sense of the outer core is strong, but the inner element here is fluidity of that water energy. So you're reaching this place and this kind of balance between having the openness within to be open to these decisions, to be open to alternatives, or open to seeing things in new perspectives, versus the outer core, which is now firmly going to be built on a strong foundation of success and of support. So this could be support as far as your career, it could be support with relationships, or even just at a spiritual level, feeling really strong within yourself, but at the same time having that balance to be open to seeing different perspectives, as I said earlier. So let's see what this goes hand in hand with. It goes with rain and fecundity, which is showing me, once again, this is total 9 of Wands vibes for me, which is that from the rain comes abundance, fertility, growth, that beneath the surface there is really all that is required is that nourishment. There's a level of nourishing yourself as well. And I mentioned again that message coming through kind of twice for you, or maybe even more than that. I don't know how many times I've said it, but but that message coming through for you, that knowing where to put your energy and not wasting your energy on things that are no longer serving you. So in other words, watering and nourishing yourself is going to help to heal you and also bring the results so much faster, because you're putting water, you're really putting your energy towards the thing that you're hoping to grow versus trying to spread yourself too thin. All right, I feel as though get rid of the excess, get rid of the time kind of wasted trying to be the right person for everybody or trying to be there for everybody else. You may not be for everybody, and that's really the truth of it, is like really the people that we resonate with that offer this kind of exchange are the ones that are going to be worth your time in 2022, the ones that give as well as take, and so that when you give, you also receive from them. Because there are going to be people this year, I feel like or even you've probably already experienced this in the past, but there's going to be times this year where somebody may be trying to take up that energy from you, but not be willing to give in return. And at this point, it's going to be important for you to stay the course and focus on your objective and not let those types of people distract you. All right, let's see. Let's pull some more cards. So I'm going to shuffle these animal oracle cards for my group ones. See what other messages I've missed. Okay, we have the elephant wanted to come through. So elephant energy. This is such a divine feminine energy for me when I look at it, and also a fiery energy. So when I think of the elephant, I think of this slow, and the elephant is so intelligent too. The elephant never forgets, right? She's sturdy, she's strong, she has that core, but she's connected and powerful within herself. And that is also a divine feminine energy too, of having this fluidity and being able to kind of be open to the possibilities. So I feel like the animal energy is the elephant energy is going to be a helpful animal totem throughout the year of 2022. She has that wisdom, she has that inner wisdom, and is slow moving again, and contemplating. It's more about reflecting and remembering as well, remembering your focus, remembering your vision, and staying the course and being powerful and strong in your movement forward this year. And she's also, there's also a nurturing element about the elephant for me. I feel like when I think of the elephant, I think of that kind of like mothering energy and feminine energy as well. I feel like there's nourishment here, but from a place of power and not from a place of lack, as far as like feeling like you're giving your complete self. So wow, that's a really strong animal totem. I love that, and hopefully maybe that resonates with you, or this totem may also come up for you throughout the year of 2022 as you're kind of moving through your year. Maybe you'll be seeing symbols of elephants throughout the year. Maybe this is already a strong animal spirit guide for you going into the year, but I would just consider that the energy of the elephant. Great, let's keep going with some further oracle cards. Awesome. And she is the element of fire, the elephant, in this particular deck. I don't know if I mentioned that, but fire energy is all about feeling that motivation, feeling creatively inspired and passionate. And I feel like there's that firm, solid foundation. Again, I think that's important this year for you as well. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that is an important theme for you guys. But also, it's also very similar to this fiery Nine of Wands energy, which we saw with fecundity as well. If it wants to. It's gonna want to focus. Not sure. Okay. So look at the fire, and basically in this figure, the merman is collecting, well, he's planting his seeds, but also reaping the benefits of hard work. And the results are to come. And it's after a lot of dedication, it's after a lot of focus. So I feel like a lot of times with the Nine of Wands, I get the energy that it may have, like, the results that you're waiting for may have come at the expense of like exhausting yourself. So that energy I feel is shifting from that kind of exhaustion to the Eight of Pentacles energy, which I always sense with this card that the Eight of Pentacles is work that brings you joy and actually gives you energy because you're having so much fun doing it and honing your skills and sharing your talents, that it actually becomes something that is productive in a way that doesn't exhaust you, but that is very, you know, that also brings a lot of really great results at the same time. So, okay, let's do a couple of these oracle cards before we finish out. Let's see what wants to come out for my group ones. What else do they need to know for 2022? Okay, portal. This is great. Okay, we have doors are opening, you decide. Rewards, wild card. Yes. Okay, this makes so much sense. When I also see you decide and rewards, it really is reflecting back and confirming for us that you are, a lot of opportunities, a lot of doors are opening for you in the year 2022. And your own discernment is going to decide kind of how you move through these doors and portals, how you want your future to go, and what is your vision. So this to me also says that you get to decide who's going to be around you. You get to decide, do you want to continue to expend energy in the same way that you've been doing? Do you want to choose to put yourself first? You know, you get to really hone in, and it can be whatever you want here. And that's why it is a wild card. That's why it says wild cards, because you're the wild card. You get to decide your fate this year. And there's going to be, that's why discernment is going to be so important for you, is because really honing in on what you want to do and how you want that to look. So you can have success, but for some people, you know, they're super successful, but they're also exhausted, and maybe they're just like putting too much of themselves into their work. Or you can be successful and it's very easy and carefree and efficient, and, you know, working, it comes to mind as like working smarter, not harder. So I feel as though that's where kind of the decisions are lying for you in this year. Let's finish up, because I do love pulling these witch cards by V Loving Crystals, and shout out to V Loving Crystals, who will be linked down below. She does make her own oracle cards, as do some of the other readers on the list in the description box. But I just want to shout her out because she did invite me to do this collab, so I really appreciate V and all the work that she does. So we have Blade Witch for my group ones. And this says direct, precise, relentless. Wow. Okay, sorry, I just had to restart my camera, but wow, I'm super excited about this. So we have Blade Witch, and let's not forget that you also had the Queen of Swords. I mean, how awesome is that? But I do want to mention, okay, direct, precise, relentless. This is the energy of the year 2022, is to be very focused and precise on where you're putting your effort and energy, so that you are not expending any excess. You know, this is all about honing in on your focus. And as soon as you do that, as soon as you really decide, okay, this is really truly what I want, and you start to put all your energy into it, and you are discerning about, you know, where you are putting your energy, who you're giving it to, all of that we've been talking about this whole time, this is where the magic happens. This is how you manifest this year in 2022. Blade, oh wow. And you know, this is a lot of air energy as well, with the swords coming through. So I feel like the swords always represents a lot of clarity, clear communication, and, you know, full circle discernment. So going into your inner space to mentally discern, make these decisions, you know, all these doors opening for you, making your decisions. That's going to be really powerful this year for you, because as soon as you commit and decide and choose, it's going to be, I mean, relentless. This is going for something, when this is powerful, like going for something relentlessly is having that strength, having that commitment to it and to yourself, and staying focused. So that's really where your magic is going to happen this year, where your manifestations are going to pop off. I feel like with the Blade Witch, Okay, group one, thank you so much for joining me for this reading. If you did enjoy it, please give this video a big thumbs up. I would super appreciate that. And comment down below if you haven't done already. Let me know what's your favorite card or what aspects of this reading resonated with you. If it did, I would love to know and chat with you down in the comments. Also, if you have not done so already, but you are enjoying my readings, I would love it if you would consider hitting that subscribe button and joining our family of celestial beings. I'm also offering a full year tarot reading in my shop for 2022. I pick cards for every single month of the year. It's been really popular in my shop and people are enjoying them every year when I do these readings. So if you are considering a personal reading, you could find those linked in my description box below. That's gonna do it for this reading though. Please, please, please don't forget to check out some of the other readings down below, or all of them. You could spend the whole day binge watching readings all about 2022 and get as many messages as you need. But that is going to do it for this reading. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, all my beautiful celestial beings who chose pile number 2. I have your pile right here with the clear quartz crystal on it. So I'm going to set your stone aside so we can dive on in. We have an oracle card first. Let's start with that. We have divine timing. Oh, this is so exciting, especially when, you know, when I see divine timing, it immediately makes me think of how we can get into this like waiting period where we're just wondering when things are going to align. We're wondering if we are aligned with what we want and what we're trying to manifest into our lives. And divine timing just confirms that yes, you are in alignment with what you have been hoping to manifest, with what's been on your mind. You're in alignment with it, and now it's just a matter of divine timing working out for you. And I feel as though 2022 is going to be the year where divine timing just kind of like starts rolling out for you. So things that felt like they've been blocked, or you've just been kind of waiting on them and waiting patiently, those things are going to kind of unfold for you in divine timing. I also feel as though you're gonna kind of be aligned with this kind of divine timing. So you're gonna find that things just kind of happen perfectly, like in sequential, perfect order of what you're hoping. And they're just kind of like coming to you. Like I just see things like appearing, you know, out of nowhere and just being like, oh my gosh, like perfect. Like this is exactly what I needed right now. So those things are going to fall into place in 2022. Super exciting. So let's keep going with the tarot cards next. Queen of Cups we have, Queen of Wands in reverse, and I'll show you these as well in a second. The Emperor. We have the Lovers. Awesome. And then we have Five of Cups. Okay, let us start. We have Queen of Cups. I do feel, since the Lovers and Queen of Cups are here together, I feel as though many of you are going to be meeting divine partners in 2022. So if you've been waiting for your soulmate, maybe a twin flame connection, but either way, this is going to be a really deep connection that is going to be positive and also really helping you on your spiritual journey, on your spiritual growth. So we're seeing with Queen of Cups and the Lovers, these energies really go together and hand in hand for me, but I feel as though a lot of healing has taken place and also a lot of awakening to healing energies and empathic energies for this group in 2022. I do feel that you are bringing in that divine partner because of the beautiful healing energy that you are emanating in this year. I feel with the Queen of Cups, she is a water sign. She has that water energy. So she's bringing that energy to you in 2022. And that is the energy of intuitive guidance, but also this very healing psychic energy. So you may already know that you are very sensitive to energies yourself, and that you may even see yourself as an empath. And this year, I feel like those abilities are awakening, but in a healing way, in a way that is helping you to really align with a romantic partner. And we also have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So this is interesting because it feels as though there are certain aspects of yourself that are still reaching their full potential. You might feel this year that you are really taking it easy and taking care of yourself versus trying to kind of rush into anything, or feeling like you want to withdraw from that type of energy and taking things a little slower this year. Because I do feel with the Queen of Wands that she's kind of been put on hold because you're in a more, almost like you're in more of an emotionally mature state. I don't know if that's the best word for it, but I almost feel like you have healed so much of your shadows that you're like in this zone for 2022 of like being in the flow with your emotions and taking your time with things. Oh, and that reminds me of divine timing, of course. All right, we also have the Emperor. So the Emperor is right at the center of this spread, and he's letting us know that like you're entering, and I do feel many of you are entering into 2022 with a very strong foundation. And the Emperor is all about really grounding yourself and forming things in a tangible way in your life that are like all where they need to be in firm alignment with each other. So I do feel as though if you are already currently in a relationship, I feel like you guys could be getting married or strengthening that relationship, maybe buying a house together. It's like setting down roots in a location that is like perfect for you guys. That could be setting roots in a relationship that's long-term. It could mean in a career that's long-term. So this is something where the things that you are committing to in 2022 are solid. You know, they're going to be there for you. They're for the long run. They're for the long haul. Like this is kind of a year where you make certain decisions and put down roots again, like in certain areas of your life that is going to be for a long time that you can rely on, which is really nice. That can be really comforting if you've also come from a place or a past where things were unsteady and like something could fall through at any moment, or you didn't know, you know, what was going to happen next. Now you might be setting up your house, you might be setting up your career, you might be, you know, committing to a partner. So these are really great, strong energies for this year. Super exciting. Now we also have the Five of Cups. This is again emotional energy, and I mentioned emotional maturity. And that kind of came to mind because I feel like you've elevated yourself at an emotional level. The Five of Cups is showing that, you know, it's kind of reminding me to mention that this came at a cost as far as having to deal with certain things that you were letting go of, releasing and overcoming those things. And the Five of Cups is confirming that you are processing those in a healthy way. You're emotionally processing those and allowing those to kind of release and heal. I think 2022 is going to require some further healing. You know, certain things can come up again, but they're going to be coming up again with you at a higher level. So in other words, you have expanded. And I think this is a reminder too for you guys that like, even if certain emotions come up again in 2022, know that you're approaching them at a higher level, that you've already healed them and they're returning to heal them at an even deeper level, and then healing them at an even deeper level, you know? So when certain emotions come back around again, after we think like, wait a second, I'm over this, I've healed this, and it comes back, it's not the same exact energy. It's actually has been filtered. It has been released to some extent, but it kind of comes back around again if we need to transmute it at an even, you know, deeper, more spiritual level. So just remember that if you do find that certain things come back again. Now I am being guided to pull an extra tarot card on the Queen of Wands. Okay, that came out right away. Okay, we have Page of Cups. Wow, yeah, Cups energy for sure. Let's see why Queen of Wands is coming up. It seems as though there is something in particular that is being healed from. The Hanged Man. Ooh, okay. The Queen of Wands has a specific message about something that is being healed in 2022 that is actually bringing you a higher level of spiritual awareness. I do feel that this group is a very spiritually attuned group. You may even be healing the planet at a deeper level. And with the Lovers, many of you are twin flames. Many of you, though, are light workers and spiritual star seeds. Higher level attunement here for this group. And I'm seeing that with the Hanged Man, that you are leveling up. I feel as though I'm getting the sense that you are leveling up because the planet is leveling up and you're contributing to that. That's like a very wild message that I don't I don't think I've gotten ever before in that way. But yeah, I do see as though you are healing the planet. 5 of Wands. I see with the Queen of Wands. Okay, ooh. It wants me to stop right now. Okay, it wants me to go through with this message, which is, okay, a lot of cards coming out, and actually all the ones I'm seeing are really powerful. Okay, but I like to kind of do one at a time. So let's focus in on the 5 of Wands being in reverse with the Queen of Wands and this Hanged Man. I'm seeing as though the message here, more specifically, is that many of you are putting down a lot of anger and a lot of frustration with other people. You're leveling up to a place where, and here, let me show you these cards too. This is in reverse, but here's the 5 of Wands. You're leveling up to a place where you no longer let this kind of energy in because you're surpassing it. You're like, yes, those people have not really grown, you know, and I think you're going to experience a lot of growth as soon as you can really step into this new energy. And that's why the Queen of Wands is in reverse, because it's hard. It's hard to really walk away from toxic energy. The energy of the 5 of Wands is, it's fighting, it's conflict, it's people at cross purposes, and it's not helping anybody. But these types of people, they just continue to be part of drama, and they continue to wear on you. And when you can step out of that energy, and I think, you know, sometimes it's just a matter of, as we see, it's a matter of healing and going through your own transformation as well, to reach this conclusion of like, okay, I'm able to walk away from this energy, or I've shifted out of this energy. I'm no longer aligned with these particular people anymore. I got the lesson that I needed out of that, or I had the experience that I needed to have with that. And in 2022, you're really stepping away from them. It's like you are no longer with the Hanged Man. You're going to see things from a whole different perspective. That's just going to be like, I no longer align with these people at all. And for lack of a better word, I don't really care anymore what they, I don't really care what they're doing anymore. It has nothing to do with me. I'm in this completely different level now, and they just no longer align with me. And I think what's awesome is that because of that, you are welcoming in these deep divine connections. So that's okay. That is the message of the Queen of Wands that also wanted to come through. It's kind of putting down this fiery energy, this like need to defend yourself or need to prove something. I totally get it. Like, I can totally relate to that too, of people who it's like they just want to get a rise out of you, and you feel like you need to defend yourself, So I think you're moving away from those people just in general, and that's just from your own inner growth and healing that you have been doing. So that's really positive, and I just feel like this is just going to happen naturally for you in 2022. You're just going to welcome in more loving energy, deeper connections, partnerships, all types of relationships are just going to be way more healing. You're just going to release anything that was maybe aligning you at some level with those types of people, the dramatic people, toxic people. That's a lot of them are just going to fall away, and you're going to rise up as this emperor in control, ruling over your life in a stable place. Okay, I'm just gonna change my battery really quick. Okay, sorry about that, just had to change my battery. But let us keep moving forward with your Oracle card next, which is the end of a tough cycle approaches. This is so great, and it is full moon in Capricorn. So this is Emperor energy with Capricorn. I mean, Capricorn is the devil card, but what I'm feeling with this energy is this earth grounded energy. The Capricorn personality, in general, or just like kind of the energy I see with Capricorn is like building a home, building a career, making money, like, like all of those great, like tangible results of the earth that earth energy really offers up. So this really confirms that you're moving out of this tough cycle. And as I said too, if any energy comes up that feels familiar, like an old emotion or something comes up during this year, that's going to be kind of an opportunity to really release it at an even deeper level. So don't feel like you're kind of getting set back or anything like that. Okay, let's keep going. We have 7 of Wands in reverse, 8 of Wands. Ooh, so these are reverse, and we're seeing that fiery energy is in reverse in your reading. So we'll get into these in a second. And actually, sorry, holding them upside down, but this is them right side up. So we said 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands. We have 3 of Cups in reverse. These are those connections that are no longer serving you. And 6 of Wands in reverse. This has been a difficult cycle that feels like it almost feels like you can't have fun, because every time you're just trying to have fun, you know, you're getting kind of conflict, or you're getting pushback. This cycle is ending. I also feel as though there's been a lot of waiting and wanting to reconcile things as well. I'm hearing like waiting for things to get better, waiting for things to reconcile. Okay, and we're also, again, I'm getting drawn back to divine timing, of course. That's what this reading is all about. That's what 2022 is going to be all about for you guys. So you're tuning in, you're tapping into higher level energy here, raising your vibration through the inner work that you are doing. And if you are being guided, I mean, that's the Hanged Man. You're being guided towards spiritual inner work, inner reflection, seeing things from a new perspective. Also, I'm feeling with this energy, and the Hanged Man is kind of telling me, is surrendering and just letting go. I feel like when I'm looking at these cards all together, there's a lot of effort here. There's a lot of effort here to resolve things without seeing the resolution. You might feel like you've been trying to bring people together. You might be feeling like you've been getting in the middle of conflicts, or just like trying to resolve this. And what I'm sensing is that not only is it divine timing that is needed in order to resolve things, either between people or with your efforts, the creative energy that you're trying to, you know, make happen. And also 8 of Wands in reverse is also saying like, hey, things aren't coming through because the timing's just not right here. And especially if you've been surrounded by people who aren't seeing your true value. With the 6 of Wands in reverse, they're not seeing your true value here. That especially if you're surrounded by those types of people, that this is why just things have not broken through for you in your favor, you know, the way you want to see them, the results that you're wanting to see. Because it's kind of like, not only are the people aren't correctly aligned for you just yet, maybe it's a specific person here, a specific partner or something like that. The messages aren't coming through yet for you because the people aren't aligned, because your energy's not fully healed, or because you're just, you know, all this divine timing, all these kind of pieces have to fall into place. And I'm seeing with these cards, it's just like a lot of effort and a lot of like desire and passion and wanting for the resolution, and you're getting that in 2022. I feel like this energy is so shifting for you. I mean, the end of a tough cycle, that's for sure. I think 2022 for you is going to be the turnaround point where you start to really align with yourself, and that is going to cause a lot of this, you know, these type of people, again, I know I'm repeating myself at this point, but a lot of those people are going to fall away, or you're just going to not care anymore. You know, it's just going to be like, that's not for me. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. We have let love be your beacon. Awesome. This aligns so well with the Lovers card, which is saying divine love. This is guiding you. This is guiding you back home. It's guiding you back towards this strength, this emperor, this ruling type energy, so that you are feeling in control, in power again, rather than feeling like you're at the whim of other people and their problems or their stresses, or even feeling like you're at the whim of like a crazy tumultuous energy that you just have been like waiting to turn around for you. That tough cycle of energy, sometimes it's just it just has to run its course, you know, before you can kind of shift back. But hang on to that love energy, which is just alignment. A love is just connection, alignment with yourself. It's union, it's oneness. So that is also going to be the healing energy of the Queen of Cups. She's your love beacon. She is embodying you right now to help you through this, to get you healing again with a lot of heart chakra energy. And so actually I'm being guided. So usually for some of my groups in my readings, when I feel guided, I will send heart chakra healing energy for you guys. I mentioned earlier, this is a very healing intuitive group. So be sure to take care of yourself, cleanse yourself often, because when you are surrounded by people who create this conflict, it can affect you at a very deep level and cause some physical health problems. I'm also a physical empath, and I have a video about that as well. If you want to learn more about that, you can find that. I'll link that up above. But I'm going to send you guys some heart chakra healing energy. If you do want to receive this energy, I'm just going to send it to anybody who needs it for as long as you guys need it. Just comment down below, let me know that you would like to receive it. It's just a great way to kind of connect with you guys, know that you are wanting to receive the energy, and it's a good way to kind of confirm for the energy itself that you are welcoming that in for inner healing. So comment down below, 2 green hearts, 3 green hearts, as many green hearts as you want to, and I will be sending that energy right to you guys. Okay, awesome. I feel like this is going to just align you again with your heart chakra love beacon for this reading. Okay, next we have solidity and inner core. Solidity right now is at the center of your reading in a lot of ways with the Emperor, of course. Regaining solid ground in the year of 2022, feeling in control again. And this is also important to, I'm kind of like being guided to remind you, like, this is not your fault. This isn't for lack of inner willpower or strength or, you know, focus or anything like that. This is all about divine timing. So don't feel like this is your fault at all. This is an experience, you know, this tough cycle was meant to run its course for you to then heal, for you to rise above this and to regain your solidity in your inner core, to know what you do want, to manifest what you do want. So don't take this at all as like your fault for manifesting a difficult time. This was all about divine timing, okay? And next we have bravery. This is confirmation with oceans, another strong water card. So much bravery, you know, you've toughed it out and you've built this solid inner core that now you get to stand firmly on the planet Earth. Like, stand firmly and be confident and have freedom from something that was weighing on you, setting that free, finding inner peace, following your bliss, connecting with love. You might even be guided to listen to some binaural beats for your heart chakra. So that may be something you want to look into. All right, let's keep going. Oh, we have the turtle. Turtle is a water energy. So I didn't really explain this, but these are spirit animal cards, in case you're not familiar with this deck. But I like to pull the animal cards every once in a while, especially for like a theme for the whole year, because these totem animals or spirit guides can help you throughout the year and kind of guide you in the right direction. And I'm feeling with the turtle so many things. I mean, the turtle is water energy. It's a water creature. Also, I think of how, you know, the tortoise or the turtle, it carries the world on its back. And I feel like this is that confidence, carrying your world, having the solidity and strength to have formed this shell around yourself, this protection that now makes it's giving you the opportunity to build upon this strength, you know, to build. You're solid now. You are going to be confident in yourself this year. You're going to have that bravery to move forward into a place of love, into a union with yourself, with someone else that is in divine connection with yourself. So I love the energy of the turtle. I also just feel a very healing energy with the turtle energy. This could be because it is so connected with the water, but there's this peaceful love healing. Oh my gosh, and I just realized too, the turtle is green, you guys, just like the heart chakra, green. Wow, like, duh, Celeste. That is so awesome. So yeah, you might want to wear green you know, as you feel guided, but you might want to wear this color, embody this color, really tap into your heart chakra, because if you are healers yourself, then the heart chakra is going to be a great place to start focusing healing energy as well. It is a powerful chakra, a transformative chakra. So you can listen to binaural beats. You might not want to listen to them too much. You could just Google that on YouTube, search for that on YouTube and get binaural beats, or you could Google it, but really they can be very powerful and transformative. So just take your time with them. Don't feel like you have to, you know, do that for too long. Okay. Wow. Star family, you're part of a team of souls. Call in support. I am getting the chills with this because, oh my gosh, I am like a little shaky right now because I'm getting the chills from this, because wow. And look at all these souls. Call in support. You know, I mentioned you guys are star seeds. I mentioned you guys have like a star family. Oh my gosh. You are being so supported right now by your star family. You are healing. You're part of this star family, healing the planet, raising the vibration of others. And unfortunately, some people, you know, that may be why you also feel the need to try to heal these other people, or trying to reconcile certain things and resolve certain things. And it can be frustrating if those people aren't open to healing and expanding their awareness. So I do feel as though that might be why there's like frustration and feelings like, you know, you can't fix something, or you can't bring people together. But you are doing so many things and healing so many people in so many other ways. And there also has to be a give and take. So somebody who receives your healing energy has to also want to receive it, be open to it, in order for it to actually work to its full extent. You know, you can only help people so much before they have to do that, you know, accept that within themselves. So with star family, I feel like don't forget that you have a strong core, a family. If you are a star seed, you might want to start looking into what, you know, what star family is yours. There's a bunch of different type of star seeds out there. You probably heard of like Lyrian, or what's another one? Arcturian. So yeah, you might just want to kind of look into that, see which one resonates with you, so that you can kind of work with that family even more. That's going to be a big part of your transformation this year as well. It's just like this spiritual awakening. And you can always ask for help from your star family. Even if you're not sure exactly who they are, ask for help and assistance and guidance, and they're bringing in this divine timing for you. Like divine, you are connected to the divine right now. Wow, you guys, let's see what your magic for 2022 is bringing. And I'm gonna give a shout out in every one of these readings when I shuffle these cards, because this is V Love and Crystals deck. It's the Witch Becomes Her deck, which I'm really having fun with, looking into the magic for each group and kind of where your manifestations are going to be most potent and powerful for this year. She also invited me to do this collab with everybody, and she's kind of like the lead for this collaboration. So thank you so much, V, for including me. She also sells a lot of other oracle decks too, and I have two of them myself, and I love both of them so much, and I'm dying to get my hands on another one. Hopefully that'll be soon, but just want to give her a shout out and thank her for this. All right, so we have Sigil Witch, weaving numbers and symbols. Whoop, let's see. Okay, so when I see Sigil Witch, I feel as though, oh, you know what? I'm getting a totally different message for this group than I've ever had for this card in particular, which is why I love doing intuitive readings so much, because you just never know what a card is going to tell you in any given reading. But let me know in the comments below if you do readings and that happens to you, where all of a sudden a card means just like something completely different for you. What I'm getting the sense of is you might want to be surrounding yourself this year with certain powerful symbols. This could be sacred geometry, or creating symbols for yourself that represent, like, almost, you know, if you've ever done kind of spell work where you've created your own symbols with power words, or even if you have, you know, images of sacred geometry or runes, things like that. Surround yourself maybe putting them on the wall, doing, if you do spell work or if you do rituals and setting intentions, things like that, working your magic, using symbols and numbers. I think that's going to be really, really powerful for you guys this year. And that could activate some manifestations for you as well. So that's really awesome. I also feel with numbers, you may, a lot of times when I do see this card, I also mention that you might be seeing repeating numbers from your star family and from your spirit guides to guide you in the right direction. So this is confirmation that they are communicating with you through numbers. And you might get into numerology this year as well to look at those symbols and see those deeper meanings, because I think that is going to lead you in the direction of strengthening your own psychic abilities and powers. Wow, okay, Guru 2, thank you so much for joining me for this reading. This was incredible. I am super excited for you guys for the year 2022. Let me know down in the comments below if you did enjoy this reading. If you did, what part resonated with you, or did you have a favorite card from this reading that really strongly resonated with you? And if you have not done so already, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you are enjoying my readings and you resonate with them, I would love it if you would consider hitting that subscribe button and joining our family of celestial beings. Lastly, I do want to quickly mention that I am offering in my shop a complete reading for the year 2022, where I pick cards for each month for you and I send you a reading write-up. In some cases, they can be like 10 pages long, just of me giving you a write-up of every month for 2022 and kind of what you can expect. And all of that information, a link to my shop, that's all included in the description box below, as well as the links to all of the other channels that are participating in this collaboration. So be sure, head on down into the description box and check out the readings from those other talented intuitives down in the description box so that you can gain as many messages as possible about 2022 and what you can expect. That's gonna do it for this reading though. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, all my celestial beings who chose pile number 3. I have your pile right here with the Smokey quartz on it. So I'll set your stone aside so that we can dive on into your oracle card first. We have balance. This is going to be a year, 2022, a year for balance, a year for reconciling energies within yourself, bringing things back into order and harmony. And, you know, with that comes the, you know, removing extremes is what I feel like. You know, if there's been like extreme highs, extreme lows, extreme ebb and flows of energy, we're kind of reaching a kind of like a homeostasis, I guess, is the word that's coming to mind. It's like this balance, this even feeling. I feel as though like you may feel as though there's been like this kind of rocking wave, or as I mentioned before, kind of like extreme highs and lows where maybe everything feels really great, everything's going right, and then all of a sudden like things get flipped around, and then suddenly, you know, everything's turned on its head. So the energy of 2022 is bringing in a more stable energy, a more balanced flow. It doesn't have to do with like extremes and like one end of the spectrum or the other. Okay, let's check out your tarot cards next. We have the 3 of Wands, the Sun in reverse as well. We have the Queen of Coins in reverse, 6 of Swords, and then we have the 5 of Swords, and I will show all of these to you close up as we kind of go through them. So what I'm sensing from this energy is there's almost something that did not come to fruition in 2022, or something that got delayed in 2022 that you're still waiting for the final results with. And I feel like 2022, did I say 2022? I meant 2021, you were waiting for the results. And 2022 is when things are coming back into balance again. I see with the 6 of Swords being the only card right side up in this particular spread, that there are some things that have to be resolved before you can start to regain your, almost like your energy or your strength to start kind of putting your plans in order and in action. There's a time of release and moving on, and this probably won't last the entire year of 2022. You know, a lot of these energies you can move through faster or slower, just kind of depending on you as an individual and your intentions and what works best for you as an individual. But the energy of moving on and really kind of mentally resolving things from the past that you are kind of shifting away from and no longer going to even, you know, it may even be a decision to no longer work on something anymore or to no longer waste energy on it, you know. And this will be something not that you feel really passionate and strong about. This is going to be something that you know is just like not for you anymore. It could be a shift in your career for sure, you know, it could definitely be that, but it can also be things that are just like not making you happy anymore, or that you realize you were doing for somebody else and not for yourself. And I think what starts to happen here is you have a shift in perspective and a shift in your mindset, where you start to realize like this isn't worth it, or this really isn't for me. And just acknowledging that and mentally kind of opening up to the possibility of something different, of change, is going to let in new opportunities and new ideas. And as we're looking at balance, like in particular, so I should show you, sorry, sometimes I'm kind of like getting caught up in the reading. I forgot to show you guys the cards, but here's a close-up of the Six of Swords, which is what I was mentioning as being the card that is right side up, and the energy that you guys are moving into currently in 2022, in the beginning at least of 2022, is this energy of shifting your thoughts, shifting your mindset, moving past, moving on from something. And when I'm saying kind of that energy of changing up your idea of the future, this is what I'm seeing, okay, with the Three of Wands. And I'll flip them over just because you could get a look at the imagery better. We have Three of Wands, which is all about future predictions, or looking towards the future planning, something on the horizon for you. And it's in reverse. And we have the Sun, which is really that perfect happiness, the ideal situation that you're looking for. And the Queen of Pentacles is the energy that you need to get you there. It's the energy that you need to start taking action and knowing what is basically grounding yourself in your manifestation. So the fact that these are in reverse shows me that this is first needing to happen, which is really kind of like not only acceptance, but partially acceptance, and then also seeing things from a new angle, opening yourself up to an even better circumstance, an even more aligned outcome that actually is going to make you happier than the initial expectation of everything. And that is when the future is going to open up, and it's coming from a place of balance. And I feel like it's kind of balancing out yourself, your thoughts. I'm seeing with the Five of Swords in reverse here. Now the Five of Swords is an energy of conflict and disagreement. And when I see this energy too being in reverse, I feel like you're resolving within yourself the difference between what other people wanted for you versus what you yourself knows to be true about yourself. Because I almost feel as though you're acknowledging how you actually feel about something and what you're actually thinking about your future. And you're starting to kind of shift perspectives to a new higher level of understanding of yourself as well. And this is what's kind of bringing that balance in, because part of you wasn't in flow with where you were headed originally. And so you're kind of reconciling that part of yourself and reuniting it with your full picture, with your full vision of your future, of what you want to manifest for yourself. So this is, I almost get the sense with the Five of Swords in reverse, it's like you're putting the pieces of the puzzle all back together again to get a better picture. And because of that, these energies, the Queen of Coins, the Sun, and then this Three of Wands energy, is becoming clearer because of that. It's like as the picture starts to form and become clearer, you regain this balance and your vision becomes clearer, and you're able to bring this in a lot easier this year, okay, for 2022. So let's keep going. We have more oracle cards and tarot and everything else. Adjustments are required, which makes a lot of sense because, as I mentioned, with the Six of Swords, there's there's a movement, there's a moving on, there's some mental clarity that is needed. And so this really does fit in with kind of what I was explaining as far as putting the pieces together, understanding, gaining a clearer idea of what you really want versus maybe what the expectation was of you, or what you feel like you have to do, how you feel you have to perform in a relationship. You know, this could be in so many areas of your life, and I think it'll be different for everybody, but really just coming into alignment and into, it's almost like refocusing, you know, having like, if you were to have like a microscope or binoculars or something, and you're looking at something and you're focusing in to gain that perfect clarity of everything. That's what I feel with this energy, which makes sense with adjustments required. So you're really adjusting your view of things and bringing yourself into a place of, again, homeostasis, where you're not like doing everything for this reason or everything for that reason. It's like a balance. You get to do everything together, and you find this kind of harmony and this flow in doing that. So that's really awesome. Let's keep going. We have the Queen of Wands, the Devil, the Nine of Swords, the Four of Cups. Okay. So there's some further messages here too, because we're seeing with the Queen of Wands coming through for you in the year 2022. This is us seeing so many exciting new passions. It's like this new drive and inspiration. And this is what's propelling you towards the outcome that you want, because I can see, you know, there's so much that you want to do to really get this outcome. But what's holding you back is the adjustments that are required first. And we're seeing with the Devil, there's some things that are either plaguing you or oppressing you. Now this could be habits, or maybe even like for you guys, I'm sensing, especially with the Five of Swords, that the Devil energy is self-doubt coming in. Self-doubt, and maybe, you know, and this is stuff that even you've heard other people in, you know, maybe as a child, even people telling you, well, you're not going to be able to do it, you're incapable, not having that support system. It gets in your head. And you know, it sucks when we don't have that support system, honestly. Like, I can totally relate to that. Like, it definitely sucks when you have people around you, whether it's now or from the past or whenever, when you have people that put that doubt in your head. And then we kind of internalize that, and we repeat it to ourselves over and over again, telling ourselves like we're not gonna be able to do this. We can't, we're stuck. And so 2022 is unsticking you, basically. You know, it's allowing this Queen of Wands energy to burn up any doubt, and just going with that creative, powerful, confident, fiery like flow, so that you can break free from this cage, you know. So you're breaking free from cages in general this year, and I think the key to that is going to be some sense of balance. So when you think of things that are out of balance in your life, what are the ways that you can remove those extremes and create more like a calm stillness? You know, I picture when I think of the kind of this balance card for this group in particular, I see that like a tumultuous storm and waves, and riding those waves. And I feel like for 2022, the balance that is happening is the evenness or the calmness of the water, in that there's not huge fluctuations anymore. There's more like ripples. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing for this whole year. We also have the Nine of Swords in reverse. Now, the swords in this reading are coming up a lot to represent the mental, as I said kind of before, like the thoughts that are plaguing you and creating doubt. And this card is in reverse for you guys, as was the Five of Swords as well, which is showing that you are breaking free from these thoughts, from these blockages or shadows that are coming through as kind of thoughts. So just remember that when those thoughts come up, they are not real. They are just old residual energy from the past even, and it's not serving you. And I do see, I mean, with the Six of Swords being a prominent part of this reading, you can see they're traveling away. They're journeying over this body of water, which is, water is a symbol of healing, and they're going to a better place. There's something better on the horizon, that they're mentally, with the swords, is all about mental clarity. They're moving towards that, okay? So that's really all that stands between you, is your own mental clarity coming through, and that's showing up as a big part of 2022 for you guys. Then we have the Four of Cups. And this is a reminder with the Four of Cups that, I just want to make sure it is clear for you guys. This is a card all about finding a way to see the glass half full. I'm also getting the sense for this reading in particular with this card, this time period of just like needing to rest, needing to relax, and like almost just give yourself a break, an emotional, it's like I'm feeling emotional exhaustion with this card, and just needing to take a break and allow the universe to bring you something special. Allow the universe to give you some emotional support, like give you a little emotional boost with the Four of Cups. A lot of times too, with the Four of Cups, the energy here is telling us, you know, it can seem like everything is going wrong, or it can seem like you're at your wit's end and you're just not, you know, there's no way up from here. It can feel that way, or it can just feel like you're kind of losing hope or giving up hope on what you were hoping to accomplish. Maybe that's in 2021, but we're seeing that 2022 is coming in with an offering. 2022 is reminding you that there's more to come. There is goodness in this journey. There is positivity on its way, and to just wait for that, to just trust that at least the universe knows what you've been through. It's telling you to take a break, take a seat, and it's going to bring you something to move you forward. It's almost like just like a new little glimmer of hope for you too, because there's a transition happening between the Six of Swords here and the Four of Cups. I'm feeling there's like a transition happening, and this is where adjustments are taking place. Now you might be wondering, like, well, you know, what adjustments do I need to make? And we can pull some cards on that, but really, like, the adjustments that are happening are happening in divine flow with your energy. So as long as you are working on your own energy and going within, if you're not sure what the adjustments are, go within and feel your body, notice your thoughts, become aware of what is being told to you within yourself, what thoughts are being told to you, what is the inner narrative that's taking place. And what from there, you know, because whatever is happening within you, which you have control over, whatever is happening within you is what is going to then be reflected in your external world. So the adjustments are up to you to make based on how you are feeling within yourself. What is your intuition telling you? What are your thoughts telling you? Are they productive? Are they supportive? Can you shift those thoughts? Can you at least, maybe if you can't change the negative thoughts, you can at least shift your attention and your focus onto what you do want. And those are minor adjustments that can make a huge difference, because as you kind of shift away from and just kind of let certain thoughts fall away, and you don't give them your attention, you don't give them your energy, every chance you can, every time you can make that conscious decision, then you start to build up a momentum in a new direction. And that direction can be, again, wherever you want it to be. So let's keep going with some oracle cards. We have Be Your Best Self Always. That's such a beautiful way of putting what I was just talking about, which is make those adjustments. What adjustments do you need to make to be your best self, to feel like your best self? And you don't have to, you know, this isn't something that happens overnight. This is part of the spiritual journey. This is part of your 2022 journey. Learning to be your best self, finding balance within yourself, feeling in alignment with the universe, feeling in that harmony and just kind of going with the flow. Because really, you know, at like a certain point, when you've been through so much trauma or pain or frustration, it's like at some point you just kind of like give in, you just surrender and be like, okay, universe, what do you want for me? You know, like, help me through this, like help me find the best way possible, because I've been pushing, I've been trying, and it's just not working, you know? So it's almost like a relief, or it can be a relief once we kind of say like, okay, I'm ready to journey, I'm ready to move forward, show me what I need to do next. Like, I'm just gonna not try to control it anymore. I'm just gonna, you know, let the universe just figure that out for you. All right, and lastly, we have Fury with bushfires. Really, this is like one of the strongest, impactful cards in this deck, I feel, in this Oracle deck. And then we have Attraction with magnetism. So remember, whatever you are putting your energy towards is what you are attracting. Now, the message with Fury and bushfires is that I feel as though there's a lot of for this group, there's a lot of energy. There could even be just such an intense anger and frustration that it's turned into a level of fury, right? Because it's like, you know that you are deserving of better, or that you know you are deserving of what you've been trying to align with and what you have been trying to go for. And there's so much fury backing your manifestation. And I feel like this fury could really consume you. Like this fire, you know, this fire is just consuming. And so when I see that energy, along with, you know, we already have the Queen of Wands. And let's just take magnetism away for a second, because I think that's also a separate, kind of like a message that kind of goes along with that, but kind of tags onto it. But let's just start with the amount of fire energy here. This is telling me that this is built up energy within you. And at that point, when it becomes so powerful within you, it's so important to find a way to either to release that energy. And you can do that by grounding yourself, because I understand that like there's so much more to it. Like there's a lot of emotion behind this type of fury. There's a lot of thought processes behind this, and frustrations and narratives, you know, a lot of stories that we're telling ourselves when we're this angry about something. And I feel as though when I get this angry, or if that kind of like energy is built up inside of me, it's important to also though see it as energy first, because sometimes that it's first most important to get that energy out of you so that you can then become more self-aware, because sometimes that built up energy makes things seem a lot worse, you know, or makes it a lot harder to find balance. So because it's all fire for you, or a lot of it is really fire and is consuming, it would be really great for you to find a way to either use water to cleanse yourself, or use a grounding stone of some kind. That would be really great. Maybe, you know, like a bath would be great, salt baths for that. And recognize too that, and there's also methods too, if you have a lot of fire in your body, there's methods, holistic methods, Eastern medicine, because there's certain foods as well that create more fire in your body than other foods. So this could be an opportunity to try to ground this energy in 2022, and then begin to use it in balance versus having it feel like it's consuming you. So I would look into that a bit, especially if you are feeling this like pent up fury and pent up rage or anger about things, and that can kind of catch up with you in your mind. But it's also amazing that you have this ability, or that have this connection to fire energy, because fire energy is very powerful, and it also can boost a lot of your manifestations. So you could also think of it that way, but you want it to be a balanced approach to those manifestations versus it consuming you and, you know, controlling you. So what I feel like with this fury energy is this is a great opportunity to either work with some water, or even like if you feel like empowered by fire energy versus overwhelmed by it, you can also work with fire, like maybe candles, or sorry, I just had to restart my camera, but I was saying you could work with candles, you could work with stones that correspond with fire energy. Petrified wood might be a good one that kind of combines with the wood element of earth with fire for grounding, this type of energy. So there's a lot of things you could work with. It's gonna kind of come down to your own intuition, and maybe you start off with grounding this fire like connection that you have, and then from there working with it and using it as like part of either your spells or rituals if you do that kind of thing, or even just in your day-to-day life, kind of connects with fire spirits and, you know, work with them as well. So it really just depends on balance, right? So like what is going to be in balance for you at any given moment. But think of it too, you know, think of an emotion as well as an energy in your body. And if it's hard for you to really conceptualize and figure out how to like release the emotion or like offer forgiveness, if it has to do with like maybe a circumstance or a person, and you're like, I don't want to forgive them, I don't want to, you know, give them that satisfaction or whatever it is, if like you can't resolve the situation within yourself, turn inwardly towards the emotion itself and the energy of it itself, and how it's making you feel, where is it in your body, and focus on relieving that to bring yourself back into balance again. So I could talk for hours about that kind of thing, but hopefully this kind of helps you to see where to kind of start if you are feeling that pent up energy. But I think that 2022 is going to be the year where you start to use this like passion for something really positive, especially with the Queen of Wands. It's going to almost like propel you forward. And we're also seeing with magnetism that this is going to be a year of attraction for you. And it is going to be a year of aligning yourself with this sun energy. Oh, and we also have the sun, which is very fiery. It's powerful energy. It's in reverse, so maybe it is not in balance yet. But that's going to be a key part of 2022, is bringing this back into balance again, so that you can really strongly attract what it is that you are focused on. So I think if you felt like you were not in alignment with what you were trying to manifest throughout 2021, I'm seeing that for 2022, you are making some adjustments in order to attract it this year. Okay, I am going to pull some cards because I mentioned what adjustment, we kind of asked like, well, what adjustments are required? So let's kind of like follow up with that and just see if there's any further information on adjustments. Four of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Let's see if there's any other messages for that. And I will show you these cards as well before we move on. But let's see, any other messages about the adjustments for group 3 for 2022? This one wanted to come through. Okay, we're getting a lot of Pentacles. So they are wanting me to also mention that the other part of this isn't just adjusting focus, but also you will find yourself adjusting your physical, like your actions and what you are working on. I think there's some level here of needing to work on your personal health with the Four of Pentacles. This energy to me is saying, it's kind of saying that there will be work to be done, or there will be actions taken, but a lot of it's going to be on yourself and protecting yourself, protecting your own health and well-being. With the Seven of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, we're seeing that with not too much effort, a lot is going to result. I almost feel like it's like something new that you're working on is not going to take a lot of hard work to get really powerful results. That's what I'm feeling. I'm also feeling that from the Four of Pentacles as well, because it's almost as though as you start to shift and adjust your expectations and not pushing yourself, or not only, it's almost as though there's just like small actions in balance. I'm hearing like almost like adjustments. They're small. It's not like huge major actions or steps being taken. It's just minor things, minor adjustments, small little, tweaks are going to pay off a lot. There's going to be big results from that. So you might plant a seed. You're just planting a small seed and you're watering it, but you're giving it nurturing, and you're giving it what it needs to then grow into a huge plant effortlessly. It's just naturally going to happen that way. So that's what I'm getting. I think, you know, it doesn't come down to these huge, major, like life-changing turmoil and, you know, things being turned over and switched up and changed. It's really adjustments to perspective, adjustments to focus, and in this case, small, tiny steps forwards, you know, adjustments in what you are working on, adjustments in where you're putting your efforts and where you're putting your actions. Okay, which is really great. I mean, it's always great to know, like, the universe is already kind of working for you so that you don't have to exhaust yourself and push yourself. So we're going to keep pulling some oracle cards for some further messages and anything that I've missed so far. Lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. So we're seeing with lifting the veil, this is seeing those parts of yourself that have been either, maybe like you feel like you might not even know that you may be ignoring certain thoughts or ignoring certain like beliefs. You might just be questioning these beliefs, and this in turn is lifting the veil to really see a new side of yourself and your thought processes that then lead to a deeper understanding. There's this mental clarity here of a deeper understanding to what is needed in order to welcome these changes in for 2022. So this year is going to be all about those minor adjustments, you know, tweaking things that you feel within yourself, and making these little minor choices are going to all add up to big positive outcomes. But it all starts with lifting the veil within, questioning everything. I remember I was saying at the beginning, it's like questioning why you're doing certain things. You know, are you doing them because you want to do them? Or are you doing them because other people made you feel like you have to? Where, you know, question everything. What is the energy behind what you're doing and what you're thinking? I would say also, like, question your own thoughts, because don't believe everything you think. I love that saying. I say it all the time. Don't believe everything you think. Just because a thought comes to mind doesn't mean that it's true. It doesn't mean that you should focus on it or give it your time or your energy. So question it. And you'd be surprised, because it might be something that you've just always accepted as fact for yourself or for expectations of yourself. And then you question it and you're like, wait a second, like, why do I feel that way about it? All right, let's pick a spirit animal oracle card for some energy. Oh, this one wants to come through. We have dragon and sea serpent, which these are both, actually you guys got two, but these are both spirit cards. And I'm pretty sure each one of these has a chakra attached to it for this particular deck. So let's take a look and see what chakras they are. I just have to grab the booklet and check. Okay, you guys, let's start with the sea serpent. I'm just gonna read from the book because honestly, this is very specific to this animal spirit deck. And I think the messages here are really going to like blow your mind, because this is really what we've been thinking about. So the sea serpent is a spirit card in this deck. So it's not just like a spirit animal, but it's like spirit itself. So it's a very spiritual transformation that these cards represent. But it says the sea serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire. The sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. Let me just show you this as I kind of finish this up. And this is sea serpent. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives, and in other places it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. And the sea serpent is all about healing emotional wounds, expressing desires, which this could be part of this fiery passion energy as well. And it says that it is connected with the second chakra, located deep within the pelvic bowl. This chakra is known as our center of creativity and desire, and is associated with the water element. So this chakra, so this particular card is associated with your sacral chakra. And it is the home of the Divine Mother, or Kundalini herself. Okay, so I just want to read, we have some other cards we're going to pull as well, but I also want to read the dragon, since you also got the dragon energy, and I have a feeling that might be the root, is that the root chakra? Let's see. Once I can find dragon energy. Dragon, okay, so the dragon is actually most likely the solar plexus, but let's keep going and I'll read dragon for you guys as well. Wow, yeah, you know, you guys are the only ones so far to have a spirit animal, a spirit card animal like that is representative of the chakra, and you guys actually got 2, so that's pretty cool. We have dragon. And the dragon's all about seeing one's most true self and balancing the ego. Balance, you guys. This is awesome. So let's see. The dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It is almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. Witnessing this omnipotent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us. We hop on its back for a ride, and as we traverse even the most difficult terrain, the dragon's eyes see beauty everywhere. It is said that if a yogi does not see beauty in the world, their Agni is dim. And then it says Agni is described as inner fire or secret intelligence. May even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of the intelligence within you. And there's even like a fire match lit here in this card. Whoa, you guys, this is so intense, this energy. And as I was mentioning before, it is the dragon and the third chakra. So it is the solar plexus. And let's see, the subtle energy of the dragon lives at the navel center in the Manipura chakra. And Manipura translates to the city of hidden gems, and behind its gates burns the fire of our transformation and digestion. The sages believe health of the fire at the navel center is what governs our ability to clearly see both the inner and outer dimensions. So gaining balance, you guys, in these chakras together is going to lead to some awesome, I feel like you guys will be manifesting so quickly, but also it's triggering a spiritual awakening for you guys. Like, this is amazing. This is so awesome. And I do feel like these cards came out to let you know that this fire doesn't have to consume you, that you can work with it as you heal that energy and create balance within yourself. So this may be the 2 chakras for you guys that are a little out of balance right now, but fire is your friend. And as soon as you can kind of come to terms or like embrace it, I guess, it's going to be like that much more powerful for you guys. So this reading is just blowing my mind. Ooh, and we have our final card. Okay, so for the final card, which is a witchy card that I just want to give a shout out to the Loving Crystals, because this is one of her oracle decks that I purchased from her. I have one other deck, the Autumn's Delight deck, which is also really awesome, that she gifted to me actually, which is so great. And she also really is the reason behind this entire collab, and I'm so grateful that she invited me to do this as well. So thank you so much, V, for including me in this. But I love you using her cards. So let's finish up with this witch card, which is White Witch. And we have light work, benevolence, and purity. And the energy I'm getting of this card is there is like a winter energy in the background of snow and purity and a full moon. And what's interesting about this card is I feel like working with light work and purifying light work and with the White Witch is very like, you know, white magic is benevolent magic, it's positive magic, it's for the good of all. And when I think of the purification of kind of this energy that you are working with, we're gonna pull one more card too, but I feel as though with this witch's energy, it's like kind of pointing you towards white magic. And I think that's where the balance is going to come from, is by letting go of, and not even like completely letting go of the fury or the anger, but finding peace. You know, when I think of the color white and purity and light work, it's kind of like finding inner peace. So, oh my gosh, wow, this is insane. Finding inner peace within yourself and knowing, you know, knowing that like you're coming from a place of inner peace. And then we have Nocturnal Witch, which, no pun intended, which is like the complete opposite of White Witch. Because when you look at and I'll show you the card in a second, but it says darkness, night, and fortitude. So we go from white and light work to darkness and night. So this is like the yin and the yang. This is the balance of these two energies, is where your magic, your true magic, your true power lies. Like I just felt like I needed to pull another card because I felt like this one card was not giving us the full picture. But the fact that Nocturnal Witch came out, oh my gosh, like this makes so much sense. We have the white and the black, the night and the day, the balance of the yin and the yang, and the balance of like darkness and the light, you know, which is something that we need both of, and that when we are in alignment with both of these things, both of these sides of ourselves, that's where your true power lies. And it's like a magnet too, right? Opposites attract. So you become like magnetized when you find balance within yourself with this. Okay, oh my goodness. Group 3, you got like double the cards in a lot of ways. So I really do hope that these messages were helpful to you. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget, if you haven't done so already, to give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below what was your favorite part about this reading, or your favorite card that resonated with you. I would love to know and have a chat with you down in the comments below. Otherwise, if you do enjoy my readings and you resonate with my energy, I would love it if you would consider hitting that subscribe button and joining our family of celestial beings. I also want to mention that I do have in my shop, which is linked down below, I do have a reading that is specifically for every month of the year 2022, where I pull cards and I send you a complete write-up of what you can expect for 2022. So you can check that out, linked in the description box below. But that is going to do it for my reading. I would love it if you would head on down into my description box to see the links to all of the other channels that have been participating, and find even more messages for your 2022 and what you can expect. But that's gonna do it for my reading. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, all my beautiful celestial beings who chose pile number 4. I have your pile right here with the rose quartz on it. So let's set your stone aside so we can dive on in to your pile and find out what 2022 has in store for you. We're gonna start with the first oracle card, which is New Beginnings. Yay, awesome energy, new start, new beginnings. Let's see also kind of what is in store with this new beginning as well. I feel like you are maybe starting a family, maybe starting a new job, something big, you know, if it's new beginnings, because, you know, we face new beginnings all the time. We start things here and there, or try new things here and there. But when I see this card, I feel like this is at a larger scale. So if you're ready for like a fresh start in a big area of your life, a big part of your life. You're ready to start fresh. I also see, you know, I do see with the infant here, I think it might be a cherub. It is a cherub, but I almost feel as though this could be pregnancy for some of you. That would be a really big new beginning, I'm sure. So let's see what other messages come through for you guys, and we'll see what areas this new beginning could be bringing for you and what to expect. So we'll start with some oracle cards. We have the Wheel of Fortune. I have to show you guys this one right away. The Wheel of Fortune. This card is all about fate and destiny and things working in your favor. So it's, whenever I see the Wheel of Fortune, it's almost as though the stars are aligning for you this year. This really is going to be your year, because it's just going to be like a year for you of good luck, because there's some kind of like divine timing that's all coming into place where you're finally reaching your destiny, your fate this year in a lot of big ways. And of course, I mean, with the name like Wheel of Fortune, there's some good fortune that you are welcoming in this year. And it is a major arcana card, so that also lets me know that this isn't something that's just kind of like a little gift or something like that. This is going to be at a larger scale. So I feel like this will be something that will, you know, permeate throughout most of this year. So it's really exciting. Okay, enough about that card. I definitely need to keep going, or we'll be here forever. We have the Four of Coins is in reverse. So just want to show you that. And we'll also, I'll go back to these as well. Temperance is bringing you so much harmony, balance, beautiful, just kind of going with the flow of things. We then have Eight of Cups. Awesome. So this is that higher ground. This is kind of, as I said, is, you know, going from a place of maybe things were not in alignment with you, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. It's a wheel. So the wheel of time, it turns, you know, and the same as the zodiac signs, you know, the astrological charts, they turn on a wheel. So when things align for you, when the Wheel of Fortune shows up in your reading right side up, that tells me that the stars are aligning for you in your chart to really work in your favor. The Eight of Cups is kind of letting me know that things from the past you're moving away from, and you're rising above these things in a positive way. Then we have the King of Cups in reverse as well. So there may be somebody in your life who, for some of you, this could be a relationship that you have decided to move away from, or that you're finally healing from a past relationship in a new way, at a new level, that's going to allow you to welcome in some great, like really great fortune and positivity this year. You are separating, you're detaching yourself from difficult emotions. This is a healing card with the Eight of Cups. It's healing you, and it's also, it could be somebody in particular too, somebody who has wronged you in the past, being able to move on from that with the Eight of Cups. That's typically what that card does mean for me. But in general, since this is a general reading, I feel that you guys are going to find the energy, you know, past emotional energy you're healing from. Anybody who, yeah, and also finding a new level of understanding with this as well. I think it is worth noting too, because I'm getting kind of an additional message, that it is worth noting that if there are any unresolved emotions that you have been maybe kind of trying to ignore or like push down, those will need to come up in order for you to create this harmony for yourself, in order for this full harmony to come in this year. So you may find actually that anything that you have not yet moved on from, or even a past relationship, that there's something that is kind of, the energy here is stirring it up for you, so that you're almost like forced to work through it. We're seeing that also with the Four of Coins, because it is showing up in reverse, but this is it right side up. What I'm hearing is that things that you have held on too tightly, as far as maybe like to protect yourself, but because you are kind of like closing yourself off to it, or like hanging on to it, maybe either in a feeling of codependency or a feeling of like fear of facing it or losing something, these things are going to come up emotionally for you to work through them. And these are the cards, these are all minor arcana cards. So recognize that this is happening because you're spiritually aligning yourself with these high vibrational cards. So the last of that energy, emotional energy, as I mentioned before, that's holding you down, that's why that's kind of getting stirred up and released right now. So I would just say, like, just go with it, you know, don't overthink it too much, because then you're just, you know, then we can just cling on to it sometimes if we overthink it. Allow this temperance energy of harmony and healing to just wash over you so that you can just bring that in. I'm also really being drawn to the figure in this card, and I do feel as though there's a deity energy in this reading actually, and that you do have a guide who is working with you to specifically heal this energy. I really get the sense that this group, again, is like a spiritually attuned group. This reading in general has been amazing for me. I have just been feeling like that these guys, like you guys who are watching these readings, like all 4 of these readings, I feel like the connection here in 2022, and maybe this is what 2022 is actually bringing, actually, now that I think about it, is just such a high level of spiritual awareness. And I know you guys who watch my channel are like some of the most intuitive, most, you know, aligned people out there. A lot of you are starseeds, empaths, healers. So I'm getting the feeling that this group, very aligned, very connected to a specific deity. For most of you, it is a female deity, but that she is helping you to heal and actually is a huge part of this new beginning as well. This might even actually be a new deity that's coming in, because she is aligning here. I just can't stop looking at the figure in this, but she is aligning with the new beginnings card. She's right at the center of it. So I feel like this could be Kundalini energy as well, helping you to heal and release. So awesome. Oh, just like, it's making me want to just like hold this pink rose quartz stone, because I feel like this like divine love energy coming through. Let's keep going though. We have You Are Good Enough. And this is the full moon in Virgo. So Virgos can be, you know, at their extreme, maybe I would say. Virgos can be very hypercritical of themselves. And I feel as though what I'm hearing is, you're good enough to start this. You're good enough to do this. You're ready for this new beginning. You don't have to wait any longer for the right moment, or for the right, like, for you to get to a certain place in your life, or to be a certain way, or to, you know, sometimes what I'm kind of hearing too is like, sometimes if we are really hard on ourselves and our physical appearance, for example, like our weight or something like that, we might be so hard on ourselves about it that we're like, we can't be happy, or we can't feel good about ourselves, or we hold ourselves back from doing certain things because we're like, I'm not good enough yet. I have to wait until I'm this like weight to then wear this, or to then feel comfortable in this. And that's just one example. It could also be something where you're like, well, I want to become a tarot reader online or something, but I'm not good enough yet. I need to keep practicing. Or it could be anything, like maybe whatever you're trying to do. Like, I can't apply for this job, or I can't start this degree until I finish this, or until I get better at this. And I think the importance here in 2022 is like, you're good enough for it, you're ready for it, it's time to get started. And maybe it's not, maybe it's starting your channel in a completely different topic, or whatever it may be, that's kind of mentally holding you back. But the truth is that like, you're good enough to have that relationship that you've been asking for now. You're good enough to attract the right person now. You're good enough to attract the perfect career and the perfect opportunities now. So, you know, get that thought or belief out of your head that like, okay, I can't get this until I completely, you know, get rid of any doubt whatsoever. And I gotta be honest, like, there's so many things that people manifest all the time and they still have some doubt. Like, there's still that doubt in there. But if it is meant to be, and if you ask for it and it is aligned and in divine timing, which you are coming into that now, then the cards are saying like, you're good enough, you're good to go. So I'm just gonna change my battery and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, now that I changed my battery for my camera, I just wanted to kind of finish up that statement with saying that once you change your perspective on that and start saying to yourself, you know, switching up that dialogue or inner narrative of saying like, I'm good enough now, I'm aligned with it now, you know, there's no future moment, there's only now, we only have today, we only have this one moment that we can know for sure is true, is the present moment, and every present moment is a new opportunity to align with what you really truly want. So take this moment now to tell yourself like, you're good enough, you are golden, okay? You align with what you want, you can have it. And this year, I feel like 2022 is going to be a great year for you as far as alignment goes with this like new beginning. All right, let's keep it going. We have Page of Pentacles in reverse, the Sun, awesome. Temperance is showing up again, but not only that, it's literally showing up right below Temperance. You have double Temperance here. Everything is in flow with you this year. 2022 is your year, you guys. There's such beautiful balance and alchemy happening that is going to like align and hone in, like just hone in this energy of just, I feel like just pure inner flow and connection. And again, it is reminding me too that there is some kind of energy here of a deity. There's some powerful energy backing you guys for sure. I feel like it's coming through again. Along with, of course, the Sun card. This, you know, you guys really, there's just like a lot of powerful energy here. We also have the Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So I'll show it to you right side up, but he was in reverse. So let's talk about that too, but first let me just finish pulling your final card, which is, ooh, Ace of Pentacles. Yes, 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 yes. So I do feel with the Page of Pentacles versus Ace of Pentacles. So these kind of, it's almost like they're wanting to like contradict each other, because the Page of Pentacles, a lot of times a new beginning or feeling like a fresh start. The Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning and it's right side up. And this isn't actually in a very tangible way. It's not just maybe a transformation within, although it is for you guys also that, but we also have fortune, we have happiness, big cards here, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this new beginning, this new fresh start is bringing you so much happiness, so like abundance, prosperity, things are really growing either in your career, in your like your family life, your home life. And then we have the Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, who's in reverse. So there's something maybe even holding you back. And I do feel as though it is important for you guys, if you want to even manifest this like 10 times faster even, it is going to be important for you guys to know that you're ready, to know that you're good enough, because the Page of Pentacles is in reverse because he or she, he's worried that he's too new to this, or she's too new to this, you know, that they're not ready yet because they're so, it's too fresh, and they don't feel it as though there's like that inner doubt there of, I don't know enough about this, or like I'm not as experienced as I wish I was, or maybe I don't have it in me to create this wealth for myself, or to create this success for myself. But it doesn't even matter, you guys. This doubt is so inconsequential, like to the amount of energy that is boosting you this year, that as soon as you just drop this doubt and know that you are good enough the way you are right now, the sooner you can just get started on this new energy. So seek beauty. You have your next card is Seek Beauty. This is to me, and hopefully, okay, here we go. This is to me the energy of seeing the beauty in all things, seeing the beauty in maybe not being things not being perfect. And that's one of the things about Virgos is, especially if you have Virgo in your South Node, is it's hard for Virgos to accept imperfections and things. So I don't know if you guys have a rising sign of Virgo, or if it's in your South Node, or if it's in, you know, a lot of your chart. But I think that either way, I think Virgo energy is showing up to remind you to see the beauty and the imperfections and not hold yourself to a standard that is like impossible to reach. And that's where that like you're good enough is so important. That's such an important message for you guys, because, you know, maybe to some extent, some of you guys might find yourselves to be perfectionists, because Virgos, you know, they can do that. They can fall into that perfectionism and wanting everything to be just right. And the truth is that you can have happiness. You can be happy right now. You can also begin to align with your dream, or in all honesty, like you are already aligned with this based on these cards. But the energy here is reminding you, like, see the beauty and the imperfections. You don't want to miss out on how great these rewards are going to be. Like, you don't want to miss out on them because you're constantly noticing the imperfections and things. So give yourself a bit of a break, even if maybe that's not you all the time, but you're noticing you're like that about something in particular. Just know that the universe says you're beautiful right now. You are good. You are perfect in all your imperfections. Do not like devalue you. Your value is inherently within you. You are good enough and you can do this, and you don't have to be perfect, okay, in order to be successful. Let's keep going. That is such a cool message, so powerful. All right, we have mystery and dark matter with wildness and electricity. Mystery and wildness. So not knowing is okay, you know, being in the dark about this doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Now's your opportunity to really break free from holding yourself back and just enjoy the like wildness of it. Enjoy the like risky kind of like crazy feeling of not really knowing what's going to happen next. And I think that this is all going to become clear and reveal itself within 2022 fairly quickly, because I feel like this has been building for a while. We have the sun, so, you know, light is shining down on you. The sun is shining down on you to bring this happiness, to bring you success, and to clarify this type of, to really show you, you know, to show you what the results are. So even if you feel in the dark, the light is going to shine on you, and you're going to see. I also feel like, you know, you might be in this state of dark matter right now as you're watching this video. And the cards are wanting me to acknowledge, for those of you that feel just like in this violent swirl of unknowing, that the sun is going to shine again, that it is going to shine on you in 2022, that luck is on your side and the wheel of fortune is on your side here. Okay, let's see. Any final messages with this? I will pull some cards to see if I missed anything. So let's do that next. Electricity. I do feel like you're going to be charged up. I feel like this is going to be a year of feeling charged up. Ooh, I'm also being drawn to the 4 4s on Seek Beauty. So in case you guys didn't already see that, but there is a double 4 on there. So you might be seeing repeating numbers, specifically 4s. We have next the golden children. Inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. So even with golden, you know, there's a lot of gold energy here. The Ace of Pentacles has this gold medallion on it. This card also, like, golden, I feel like is a big part of, like, for some reason, a big part of your energy, along with like the sun shining down on you guys intensely. But we also have this energy of children. So some of you, this could be a year of, as I mentioned before, growing your family and having children. But there's also a deeper message with this card too, as far as like a spiritual message goes. Inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. So there is something that you're offering, and this is actually kind of confirmation again why you have everything you need to create this success for yourself, to create this manifestation, because you have something to offer that's rare, that's different, and that's special. And you've had it since you were a child. And it's something that just comes so naturally to you that you don't need, you know, you can hone your skills with the Temperance card. You can certainly hone them and learn more and also kind of like fine tune your abilities. But this is something that just comes so naturally to you. And it's a talent that you've had since you were a child, that and that's really what, isn't that really like what our North Node is all about? Like what our soul's purpose is all about, are things about ourselves that just come so naturally to us, but that we kind of like deny it in ourselves, but yet we came here to experience that. So this is part of you that's coming out of its shell and being, it's almost like, it's so much more powerful that it is innocent and that it is coming from a place that has not been ruined, you know? It's a talent that is beautiful to you and beautiful and rare to you, that you own and that you get to present to the world in your unique way, the way that you want to express it. And I think that's coming out this year more than ever, is this inner knowing of what you want to do with that talent of yours, and also seeing it kind of like shine through and give you a better clarity and direction to start fresh with this. Children also feel like a very new beginning. You know, it's a start, it's the beginning of our lives, it's the beginning of our human experience as being children. And so it's almost as though this childlike innocence is coming back within you and reawakening at a new level, at this like golden vibration energy level, to awaken you to even more rare gifts. So wow, that's really exciting. I'm really super excited for you guys with that. I feel like we need another card though. I do. Usually I've just been pulling one card, but I feel like there's more to this. So let's see, any other messages for my group 4s? That was really powerful, but I feel like this deck has something else for you guys. So let's see. Okay, this is a big group of cards, but I think the one on top is the one we're going with. The Great Severing. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Seeking beauty and severing yourself from anger. Severing yourself. So interesting. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. So there's actually another element to this. This is a new energy that's coming in. So it's saying that I'm missing something with this. So I feel as though being able to, because this is what the attention is being brought to once again, is that this year, 2021, you know, and past years, there's actually a strong, when I see severing, I feel as though there's almost like a divide in, you're almost like turning off of a path. You're severing yourself from a path this year in 2022, from an old path. You're severing yourself from that. We have anger and conflict. There's almost like a path that you have been on that has been a lot of difficult soul growth, where you have been faced with a lot of conflicts. And I'm almost like, I'm getting emotional because I feel like you guys have been through so much and it's heavy energy. Like I'm just suddenly just like hit with this heavy energy of, I'm like hearing like, why does everything have to be so hard for me like every year? Like that's what I hear from this card. It's like, what's crazy about the energy of 2022 is how much you are like severing from a path. It's not like a gradual change or like a transformation. It's a severing. Like you are done with that lifestyle, or done. It's not even like, it's not even your fault. It's like you were on that, and this could even be South Node energy again, where you are done with that karmic relationship, or okay, yeah, because we're seeing the King of Cups. We're coming back to the King of Cups and the Eight of Cups again. So they're wanting me to really represent here the severing that this is. This is really emotional energy right now and really intense, heavy energy. So know that this year is going to require like some inner strength to continue to move towards the beauty. And also it says softening to love, to move towards love, because it could be kind of jarring as you are feeling like you are torn off of, you're no longer on that trajectory, which this is kind of by design the whole time, which was that you were meant to be, you know, be pulled into the beauty, be pulled into this new beginning and this love. So this is a strong, like, it's almost as though too, when I'm seeing new beginning for this group too, is it's almost just like abrupt. It can be abrupt for some of you this year. And I do feel like you're saying kind of like, well, good riddance, you know, like even though it's abrupt and it may be kind of jarring, I feel like you're saying good riddance to this. We're seeing with mystery and dark matter that the image of this woman is one who, her mouth, if you notice there's a butterfly covering her mouth, this feeling of being unable to speak. And it's like you're severing yourself maybe even from a past childhood trauma, childhood experience for some of you. So again, I think this energy is so strong. It could be separate. It could be a very specific group that's chosen this pile that is specifically feeling this, because I do feel as though this has kind of been, this pile has been shifted so that I actually focus on this particular group that is experiencing this, because I think there is a level of like, hey, it's going to be so overwhelming at how much that this year is rewarding you, but also how much you have to kind of say like, sever yourself from that feeling, you know. It's like that feeling was, why can't this work out for me? Or like, why is everything so difficult for me? You're done with that part of your life. I feel like that cycle or that part of your life of everything being like really difficult, or things kind of feeling like they fall apart for you in certain ways that you've been like frustrated with. This is like a big change. This is like a big new start for you to no longer have to fall into that pattern over and over again. Okay, so let us keep going. I do want to add to that wildness and just this feeling of finally being able to be free. It's like she's just completely breaking free and being herself, no longer being tied to somebody else's whims. Yeah, it's very freeing, that energy of like cutting ties with somebody or cutting yourself off from a certain energy. All right, let's keep going with a animal spirit guide card from this deck. Okay. What animal wants to come through for group 4? I like pulling an animal, a spirit animal or an animal totem. And we have hummingbird. So this is with the element of air for the hummingbird. This is so beautiful. The hummingbird is so quick too, and tiny, but like impressive in its speed, and it's also in its elegance and its ability to flit from flower to flower quickly and find the nectar, you know, find the positive in this, you know, at the core. So I feel with the energy of the hummingbird is just this year of joyful, happy times, figuring things out, like starting something fresh, figuring things out and feeling hopeful again. There's just this like light as air type feeling with the hummingbird. They're so small, but beautiful, beautiful colors, vibrant, excited, energetic, you know, going like seeking beauty, right? Seeking beauty. That's what the hummingbird does. The hummingbird's drawn to the different flowers that are the most beautiful, and it finds them and it finds the nectar. And I think, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful, because I just feel like that is this year for you. 2022 is going to be going from beautiful flower to beautiful flower, situation to situation, and experiencing it fully, being present with it, enjoying the beauty of it, and feeling taken care of, you know, by the universe, being supported by the universe. I also kind of hear like being able to stop and smell the roses, being able to stop and smell the flowers, and so much color and vibrancy this year. So this is just so beautiful. This energy is just such a light, cheerful, fun energy. And I just like, this is really exciting. I love this card for you guys. And just like, it's just almost like this huge weight is just being lifted from you guys, and being able to just kind of like have fun. Awesome. All right, let's finish up with some of these Which Becomes Her cards, which are the Loving Crystals Oracle deck. And I've been giving a shout out to her every single reading just to make sure that everyone knows that V was the one who really put this together. She invited me into this group to be part of this. So I really, really appreciate her, and love her Oracle decks too. So if you're interested, you can check out her channel, which is linked below. She'll be doing her own reading. And you can also check out her Oracle decks too. I have 2 of them myself, and I shared the other one on my channel too. But let's see what witchy energy and magic you can expect for the year 2022. I like to see these cards as kind of what is going to be the best way to work your magic and manifest. We have Egyptian. Oh, we have 3 cards came out. Let's go with it, okay? I'm good with it if you are. We have Egyptian Witch, Ancient Wisdom, Mythology, and Deities. Ooh, there's an ancient deity who is working with you. Let's take a look. So I think that that's why this message wanted to come through with this particular card, is just so you know, like, this is confirmation. As I said, there's an ancient deity, maybe a Hindu, maybe an Egyptian deity working with you, and she wanted to come through, even if just for this one card. Like, she's like, nope, like, you need to know I am working with you, or you are working with me, and I need to come through in this reading, so you know that 2022, we're doing this, we're gonna have an awesome year of fortune, of sun, of temperance, of harmony, all these good, warm, fuzzy feelings. That's like what I'm getting from this reading for 2022. We also have Hereditary Witch, Inheritance, Bloodline, and Tradition. Inheritance. So, you know, I do feel that you guys will be reaping some benefits as far as, you know, prosperity, or even maybe even connecting to some hereditary gifts of yours. It could be that you are tapping into some gifts within yourself that you've inherited, actually. And this might guide you towards something that you're good at, because we were talking about aligning with some of the gifts you've had since you were a child. So there's things that you maybe, I mean, this could even be psychic gifts as well. And you're like awakening to these gifts, and it's part of your bloodline. I feel too that this is giving me ancestor vibes, where your ancestors are also working with you this year and supporting you throughout this year. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Is just have to restart my camera, but I do want to mention, you know, this year may be a matter of working with your ancestors, healing ancestral shadows and ancestral traumas, things like that, and awakening to your gifts. This is going to be just like a really fun year. I just keep wanting to say like fun. But yeah, finding new traditions and starting fresh. I think aligning and connecting with your bloodline in a new way. You may also be receiving an inheritance, possibly, or someone may be working with you who you are. Maybe you're working with a relative and doing something that you've always wanted to do, and you're able to connect with a relative on that. And then we have a thrifty witch. Creative, prudent, economical. Awesome. So you're finding ways in your magic this year. You're finding ways to accomplish things that doesn't require a lot of money, or doesn't require you to, you know, like you're finding creative ways to play around with different things, to try different things out. And it doesn't necessarily have to be investing a ton of money or like investing a ton of time, for example. You're being thrifty about it. You're being clever and creative to work your magic this year. So definitely tap into your deity for some help with your magic. So you're going to want to maybe work or see if you can get some signs. If you're not sure which deity this is, you can maybe get some signs. The deity may also be connected with your specific bloodline, and it she or he, although for many of you it may be a female energy, like a divine feminine energy. For many of you, this may be connected with your own heritage and your own traditions. And then finally with like thrifty witch, I just think this is so fun. Like I think it's gonna be your way of thriving in, and I kind of think of, for some reason, like I'm connecting thrifty witch with the hummingbird, and that you're like finding these fun little ways to make stuff happen in your favor. And it's paying off for you, you know? It's kind of like little things here and there, like flitting from flower to flower and finding the awesome, like that kind of is thrifting, isn't it? Like kind of like the hummingbirds, like it is thrifting because you're seeking, you're finding the nectar of things. You're just like going into a thrift store or a restore or something like that, and or Goodwill or something. You're going in there and finding like the beauty in things. You're finding the things that, the treasures. I like to call it treasure hunting because I really like thrifting. It feels like treasure hunting because you'll find something that you're like, oh my God, I can't believe somebody got rid of this. So you're like, this is perfect for me. So I feel as though that's gonna just happen throughout the year 2022. Even if you're not like into thrifting, I feel like the energy of thrifting is finding like the treasure that somebody doesn't see, and you find the beauty of it, and you make it into something even better with your magic and with your abilities and your creativity. So awesome, group 4, that is going to do it for your reading. I really hope these messages were helpful to you. If you did enjoy this reading, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. That really helps my channel out. Comment down below, let me know what was your favorite card or maybe part of this reading. Maybe it resonated with you, or maybe you found it helpful. I would love to have a chat down in the comments, and be sure, if you do resonate with this reading, I would love it if you would consider hitting that subscribe button down below and joining us for more pick a card readings just like this one. And also, I do want to mention that if you would like a reading that is for the entire year of 2022, where I pick cards for every single month for this year, for 2022, then you can find that in my shop, link down below. I have personalized readings, and that one is one of the readings on my shop. And lastly, don't forget, head on down into the description box below if you want even more messages for the year 2022. That's what I'm going to be doing, is checking out everybody else's channel and seeing what I could expect for 2022 and what messages they have for me. I am so, again, honored and proud to be part of this beautiful group of talented intuitives and tarot readers and oracle card readers. So thank you so much for joining me. And if you are from one of those channels as well, thank you for coming here and visiting on my channel. That's gonna do it though for this reading. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now.